What's up, guys? Welcome back. I don't know why I just felt like vlogging today, so that's what we're gonna do. I think I might work with Oakley or Hazel tonight later in this vlog, so stay tuned for that. But until then, we're just going to be doing some acreage life type of stuff today. I have a few things I want to do. For one, I have a whole truck bed full of scrap metal that I need to take in, so I'm gonna do that. Work on fence. You know, honestly, that's probably the only two things I really need to do today. I am in the process of building a teeter-totter, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that done today. It would be great if I could, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, so you know what? I don't know why. I just figured I would vlog today, because why the heck not? I just came outside and realized that I left my water hydrant on, so Hazel has a creek currently along her fence line, but yeah, so right now I am going to get ready to take in this load of scrap metal. My back of my truck is filled with it, and I would like to have the back of my truck back, so I'm going to try and take this in, but I need to get this panel that I have on top of it. So there's the back of my truck, full of mostly fence and random junk that I've pulled out of the ground. And then I have this big panel that's just been wrapped up in the weeds here that I would like to see gone as well. But I don't know how I'm going to get it into my truck bed because it's pretty heavy. All right, guys, I don't know what metal prices are right now, but they must be pretty much next to nothing, because that whole truck bed full was worth $3.90. That was pretty pathetic. Probably if I knew they were that low, I wouldn't even have gone, but oh well. The last like few times that I've taken in a truck bed full, it's at least been like 10 or 15 bucks, because I put 10 bucks in gas and to freaking take it there. But oh well. I'm home now and I'm gonna start working on some fence. I have my tube again, and I just need to like go around some of the posts. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so same thing I did that one down there, I need to do to all of these wires around this post. So I'm gonna do that. Finally got that tree cut up that I cut down because it was gonna come down. Now I just need to like burn all of the piles, but slowly but surely this area is getting cleaned. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on this now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this here, because I had my wire wasn't long enough, so I had to do this. I don't know. Okay, guys, I got this big pallet over here because that is what I'm going to be using to make my teeter-totter. I've been saving it all summer. It's just been sitting in my yard because I want to make a teeter-totter out of it. And I'm finally getting around to like moving it, doing something with it. So I'm going to lay that post back on the ground and I'm going to try to scoot that big pallet on top of it. Wish me luck. See that? Heck yeah. So now I just have to figure out how to like actually like secure the post onto the bottom of the pallet so that it can't just like roll. But that's freaking cool. I have had a teeter-totter before, but the first teeter-totter that I built a long time ago, just like, I don't know, we didn't use like treated wood. We used like OSB, like plywood, and so it just kind of rotted and fell apart. But I've never had one this big either. And the first one I made was like a pony-sized one. I remember when I had Sarah, I would take Sarah on it, and she was a small horse. She was like a 14-hand little horse. Her whole body would barely fit on it. So this one should be definitely more horse-sized. So this is what we got. This piece of garbage is. Yeah, I've been just like keeping this big pallet around all year. The Borders brought it here because they brought that one too. They brought a whole bunch of like massive pallets to put their hay on, which was fine. Like I understand like to keep the hay off the ground, but this one was so big, nobody could move it, or do anything with it. So it's been like floating around here since they brought it here. And I thought like I wanted to do something with it. I thought I was gonna turn it into a little deck front porch and put it like in front of one of my sheds. But I was like, nah, I don't have the time to do a project like that. And then I was like, you know, I've been wanting to build a teeter-totter. Let's build it into a teeter-totter. So yeah, and then I replaced that pallet. The old one is right there. And you guys can see how it was like rotting, falling apart. So I put that there. So that one's good. Now we have a teeter-totter. I just need to find some wood, obviously, to screw down so it's a flat surface. But other thing I did today was find a gate. So this is the pasture that I'm working on that goes all the way back to the edge of the property. And I needed a gate. And these two trees were like in a good spot and were the perfect width apart. They're like 6 foot apart, I think. So I was like, man, I just need to find a gate that would work. And I found this one laying over at the other farm. It's obviously like broken and rusty and stuff, and it's not the greatest. I will definitely replace this like when I have the time and money, but for now it works. And I don't think the horses are going to bother it. I only worry about the goats trying to squeeze under there, but maybe if I find another cinder block, they won't piss with it. But yeah, so there's that. And then it uses this fence that goes around the little riding area. Had a lesson in here the other day, so they've got like stuff in there. But yeah, I just need to pick up some more insulators. I need to pick up more insulators and some more wire. And then I'm gonna use one fencer. I think I'm gonna use one fencer and just make one wire hot to start out with and put the horses out here. And then once the horses have kind of eaten down what they want out of it, I'm gonna try to put the goats out here, but I think I'm gonna need maybe 1 or 2 more fencers to put the goats out here because I want all 4 wires hot. That's why I need so many insulators. If I make all 4 wires hot, I separated each fence. So like all 4 fences are not connected. I have this fence is like independent, and then the fence that goes on the west side of the property is independent. The one on the back side is independent. So like they're not, sorry, they're not all tied in together because I don't have a fencer that could handle that much wire. So I'm gonna need maybe 1 or 2 more fencers. The fence that's on the outside, on the east side of the property that I worked on this summer is actually partly woven wire, and then it just has 2 hot wires on it to keep the animals off of it. So that one I think I can tie into this front fence and it will be fine. But the other 2 may need to be on their own fencers just because that's a lot of wire for one fencer to handle. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I like to look for any fencing supplies, but I'm gonna look for fencers on Facebook Marketplace. I have found wood posts on there for free. I found insulators on there for super cheap. I went and picked up a whole bunch of wood post insulators for super cheap. And so that was pretty cool. But I'll probably look on there. I see people selling fencers on there once in a while, so the problem is I need solar ones. We don't have any outlets out here or any way to get power. So I guess I need solar, or I need the ones that you can hook up to a car battery. But yeah, I can't have the plug-in ones, so we'll see. But if I can just grab some insulators and some more wire next time I get paid, then I can at least make 1 or 2 wires hot and run them all off of one fencer, and then put the horses out here. So I just need to get paid again because we're a little tight right now, and I gotta buy hay for the winter. So yeah, all kinds of things, guys. Owning, like, I need to do another video, like another updated version of keeping your horses at home versus at a boarding facility. And maybe that's what I'll do on this week's podcast episode, because I have been wanting to do that. But in the past, I was so young, and I had my horses at home, but I was young enough to not really have to do like any of the maintenance stuff. My dad usually took care of it. So I have some new insight now that I'm an adult and I own my horses at home. I see one horse. Where's the other one? Hi, babes. Other one's probably hanging out with the goats. Oh, there she is. What are you girls doing? Hazel, you got a friend. Sharing a hay pile, which is nice. Hazel keeps trying to get BB to go away, but BB is insisting they share. Even though there's all these other piles. Oh, I didn't click the record button. But anyways, what's up, guys? We are trail riding today. I'm gonna take that out. We are trail riding today. I'm gonna take BB on a little ride with me. Speaking of which, where is she at? I put her in the yard a little while ago. But today might be our last trail ride of the year. I'm not sure. It's getting late in the season, so you never know really when the weather's going to change. But it could be our last trail ride. There is one tomorrow that I'm debating going to. Really depends, actually, because my dad wants to get the tin on our shed, and I would like to go to this trail ride tomorrow, but I know it's going to be an all-day one. And so it just kind of depends. If my dad wants to do the tin on the shed tomorrow, I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do that instead. But anyways, we're going today. And I figured I would vlog and just kind of show you guys like the prep and what I do before going. I want to leave in about an hour from now. So I'm just going to show you guys how I pack my trailer, how I prep the truck and trailer, etc. So first things first, I'm going to check the air on all the tires, because especially with the weather, like in the fall and winter, getting warmer and colder throughout the day, the temperatures can they can mess with your tire pressure. So I always check those before I go. So I'm going to grab my inflator and check my tires. All right, got my inflator hooked up. It's on 30. I would like it on 50. This is a DeWalt inflator. It's my boyfriend's, but I use it all the time. Works very nice. So I get it at 50 or whatever. And it'll inflate my tire. Doing the same thing on my trailer as I did on my truck. I like to keep these ones, oh God, come on, if you can see that, I like to keep these ones at about 60. $61, whatever, it'll work. All right, while that thing is airing up the tires, because it takes a little while, I just packed the trailer. So I've got BB's saddle, and I need her bridle, which is here. So I'm gonna Come on. It's gonna be one of those days, I can tell. All right, I'm gonna fill a hay net with just like a flake of hay. I always like to hoe with hay. I know some people that don't hoe with hay, and I know a lot of people that never hoe without it. So I'm just gonna put a flake in here quick. I know BB probably won't eat it, but it is always nice to offer them hay. And a lot of times if you're hoeing more than one horse, they will comfort each other enough to eat. So they do, but it's always just nice to have it offered to your horse at all times. Especially if you have a colicky horse that might get stressed out when traveling. Keeping their gut moving with hay is always beneficial. Sorry, Hazel, you already had breakfast. All right, we're all hooked up. Got my hay bag, got my horse, and we're gonna get moving here. Girl beeps. I do like to put down bedding as well. I like to bed in the trailer, but I don't have a bag of bedding right now, so this will have to do. All right, Beebs, sorry, you gotta work today. Good horse. You don't need to move. Who? God, it doesn't really show up on my camera, the leaves. Tell me about it. Beebs.
People got nice and fluffy, and I was worried that last night it got down to 28 last night, and I was like, ooh, maybe they should have covered her up. But then I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's gonna warm back up.
Yeah, that too. You have to take the blanket off of her.
Yeah, I was gonna be there this morning anyway. She was like, I'll just take it back off. It's morning, it's fine. But then I was like,
Better let her fluff up a little more.
yeah, I figured it was just fluff her up a little more anyway.
Walk. No, you're fine. Stop. Cash, you're gonna cruising for a bruising. Poop.